Hello, my name is Adriana Bryant, and today I'll be talking about the West Indian manatees. They actually have a very interesting scientific name, which is Trichechis manatees. I feel that manatees are very important in our ecosystem because they eat the seagrass, which keeps the grass very short and it helps maintain the health of the seagrass beds. Manatees indirectly bolster fisheries by preserving the health of seagrass beds and aquatic ecosystems, which serve as crucial nursery areas and habitats for a diverse array of fish and invertebrate species. West Indian manatees actually have a very huge population decline. It's mostly because human induced factors, which is pollution, entanglement, illegal hunting, climate change, boat strikes, habitat loss, and degrading. Efforts to mitigate these threats and conserve West Indian manatees include habitat protection and restoration, implementing speed zones and boat regulations in manatee habitats, public education and awareness campaigns, rescue and rehabilitation programs for injured or orphaned manatees, and strengthening enforcement of laws against illegal hunting and harassment. Taxonomy. The West Indian manatee, also known as treacherous manatees, belongs to the order Sirenia in the family Trichinidae. It's further divided into two subspecies, the Florida manatee and the Antillean manatee. The habitat of the West Indian manatee is mainly shallow coastal waters, rivers, saltwater, bays across tropical and subtropical regions of the Americas. This encompasses locations like Florida, the Caribbean, Central America, Northeastern South America, along the coast of southeastern United States, the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean islands, and portions of northern South America. They are frequently sighted. While they favor warm water environments, they can also endure brackish and freshwater conditions. The West Indian manatee mainly eats aquatic plants like sea grasses and freshwater vegetation, and is not a predator, meaning it does not actively hunt other organisms. Nevertheless, while feeding on vegetation, they might accidentally consume small invertebrates or algae. Although adult West Indian manatees are rarely preyed upon because of their large size, young calves could be targeted by large sharks and alligators. Mating. West Indian manatees usually reproduce through sexual reproduction. Mating behavior often includes males competing for females, demonstrating strength and dominance. After successfully courting a female, mating takes place underwater. The gestation period lasts approximately 12 months, resulting in the birth of a single calf. The mother nurtures and protects the calf until it becomes independent, a process that may take up to 2 years. There is actually still some ongoing research for the West Indian manatees. This involves scientists, conservation groups, government bodies, and academic institutions. The collective endeavor spans various disciplines and geographical regions, aiming to fill knowledge gaps and devise impactful conservation strategies for these iconic animals. Investigations encompass diverse methodologies such as field surveys, lab analysis, satellite tracking, and modeling techniques. These efforts are dedicated to deepening our comprehension of West Indian manatees and guiding effective conservation measures to safeguard their future. Influences that impact survival. The survival of West Indian manatees is tied to multitude of social, economic, cultural, and political influence that collectively shape their conservation status. Social factors significantly impact manatee survival through public awareness, attitudes, and behavior towards conservation efforts, effective education, and outreach programs can foster community engagement. Economic activities such as tourism and coastal development can both benefit and threaten manatees. Sustainable tourism practices coupled with economic incentives for conservation can provide responsible stewardship of manatee habitats and population. Culturally, manatees hold significance for indigenous communities and local cultures and regions they inhabit. Traditional beliefs, practices, and knowledge about manatees can influence conservation attitudes and actions, making cultural sensitivity an important aspect of conservation strategies. Political influences play a crucial role in manatee conservation through the formulation and implementation of government policies, regulations, and enforcement mechanisms. Legislation aimed at habitat protection, establishment of boat speed zones, and enforcement of anti poaching measures are essential for ensuring the survival of manatee populations. International cooperation is vital due to the wide ranging habitat of West Indian manatees. Collaborative efforts between countries, facilitated by international agreements, treaties, and cooperation initiatives, are necessary to address transboundary threats and promote cross border conservation efforts. And then I listed three resources. They are the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, NCBI Taxonomy, and the Advocacy and Public Awareness Save the Manatee Club.